Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Me Robertson Pro career on Snooker 19. Today it is time for part 37 of Season 4 and the beginning of the quarter-final of the English Open, the first event of the Home Nation Series. Today we play against Kyron Wilson for the chance to get into the semi-final and win a prize money amount that I certainly wouldn't mind in real life, £20,000. Now remember, in Season 2 we got to the last 64 of this event, so effectively we're looking roughly at already £7,000 or £8,000 being added to our total on the rankings. And we're doing really well at the moment. I think another few big tournaments and we could really be challenging the likes of Ronnie and Ding. And we've never gone above 8th, I don't think, in this career mode. And I think with a good run of events, we can definitely challenge the top 6. And if we do really well, maybe look at challenging the top 5 in our final season. Now, the last episode, it was quite tight, to be honest, against Stephen Maguire. It was a best of 7 in the last 16, and Maguire started really well, went 2-0 up. But we managed to have a really good run. We then beat him 4 frames to 2. A very good comeback there. But let's see how we get on in the first 4 frames against Kyron today. So let's have a look at the matchup history quickly before we get into the match. We've played Kyron Wilson 5 times in this career mode, and the last 2 times we've beaten him, which is good news and a good omen going into today's match. We've only played him once this year in the quarterfinals of the Riga Masters, and we beat him comfortably by 4 frames to 1. And you can also say that about the last 16 of the China Open. We beat him by 5 frames to 3. So we have got form playing him before in a best of 9. You can also see some matchups in Season 1. We played him, I remember very clearly, to be honest, still. Episode 8 was the Paul Hunter Classic last 16. We must be at episode 150 something now. But that was episode 8. It was our first big match. And we got whooped 3-0, but we brought it back in the International Championship quarter-final by 3 frames to 2. That was an event we got to the final of. But today, it's the 6th meeting. We're 3 frames to 2. Not 3 frames to 2, technically, but let's just say, because I've said it, and why not. We're 3-2 up in the head-to-head. So let's hope we make that 4-2 today, rather than Kyron bringing it back to 3 each. Fair to say, it's not a player we've played much. If you compare him to our contemporaries, the likes of Selby, Trump, even the likes of Brissell, I think we've played most of those guys 9 or 10 times. So a player that we don't meet so much. But today we are going to play the first 4 frames. We'll play the up until the mid-session interval. And then in Monday's episode, we'll play the remaining frames, however many that may be. But we'll play up to what could potentially be a decider in Monday's episode.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Hope you guys are all good. I'm certainly enjoying, I was going to say enjoying life. Well, it's not too bad. But I'm enjoying my snooker definitely at the moment. It seems you guys are as well. We've got nearly 100 views now, I've noticed on the last video, the last 16 against Maguire, which is excellent for this point in a tournament. We only usually sort of get triple figures on the videos that are maybe semi-finals or finals. So that's clear that you guys are really enjoying this series, and I'd just like to thank you all for your support. And hopefully that continues, because I'm really enjoying my snooker. And as I said, hopefully you are too. Unfortunate there from Kyron, you have to say. I went for the pot. And although this isn't easy, the red did come out in a rather unfortunate spot for him. But we've missed it ourselves.
Close, but he's missed it. That'll annoy him.
Not often we miss those.
This is a half chance.
I think he's taking this on himself, but I think he's missed it. So this is going to be a horrible red, but this time I think, I would say, is pretty much unmissable, I would argue. Just tap it into the pocket and get on the black. And that isn't too bad, albeit maybe a bit too straight. But because we have got the red on the cushion, we are saved a bit there. If we'd have only had the reds to go into, to cannon into, we might have struggled. But we've got the red on the cushion, so we should be okay here. I certainly thought from the camera angle that was displayed that Mark then, that Kyron wouldn't have potted that that red. We've come up too far for the black now. Would you believe it? I don't think we're going to go into them here. We'll just play with a bit of side, see how it goes. No, nowhere near.
Would you believe it?
Always tricky from that angle to get into the reds. Albeit we haven't, but we've got a few points on the board.
16.
16 on the board. And just a safety shot from here. You never know. 16 points might be the buffer we need to win the frame. Come the end of it. We've not played that anywhere near hard enough, but it doesn't matter, seeing as we're just feathering off the reds. We weren't going to leave anything on.
Neil Robertson.
You haven't got to get a snooker with all of these safeties. That's more aggressive though, you have to say. And there's certainly a half chance on here. I think you would all agree that we probably play better when we go for our shots. And a good pot there.
Brilliant.
Coming round the reds successfully, not having a cannon on the black or one of the reds that would have given us a bit of a hiccup. Good shot all round there. We can't screw back from here to get onto the red. Make sure we don't screw back too much or else the black will block our way there. And we're not close enough to get onto the one on the cushion, but looks okay to me. Albeit Robbo's chalk and a cue are in the way. Tell you what, that was just about enough. Just about enough. Want this to come off the cushion, but not... go onto the cushion, sorry, but not stay too close to the cushion. Yep, think I'll take that. That's pretty much... If you put a line and two rulers, I'd say that's pretty much dead straight with the black, where it is on the table. So I pop this black and see what the split's like. Trying to make sure we do pot the black, which we do. Looks like a good split. I don't think there was any ball that didn't move just slightly. And the reds all are all round the table here. Can be a bit of an issue, I guess. Which I have said before. Sometimes it is better just to leave the reds generally in a cluster and just maybe open up one or two. But in this situation, it was a good chance to open them all up. And at the end of the day, it's the first frame. So what gives you confidence more than getting in a good potential century break? Let's see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but a potential frame-winning break. And make it 1-0. Certainly gives you some good potting practice anyway.
We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this on.
Take that. We've got any choice of about 5 reds here.
Really well played.
I think I might... I don't fancy the tight one into the middle pocket. I can just see that one going wrong. And if you can do it and you're not forced into playing a tricky shot, I'd prefer to err on the side of caution.
27.
I think as always with these best of 9s or anything with a mid-session interval, which I guess under the fact that I'm doing best of 9s as a minimum for 2 episodes, now does count as a best of 9. I think 2 each would be a good mid-session interval score. I'd be happy with that. Anything more would be a bonus. I would probably take 3-1 down. As long as we get a frame on the board, I'll take it. But we're looking pretty good to take the first one. Nothing wrong with our cue action so far. Don't want to speak too soon. We've accumulated 56 points. I have to say, we're not really on much here, are we? But it's an opportunistic shot on the black. Play a bit of a shot to nothing here.
This is really tricky.
Safety in combination with the pot. Looks okay as long as we get a bit of luck, and we haven't. Unfortunate that.
Neil Robertson.
Ultimately though, we did play ourselves out of position. We're playing the shot on the black.
1.
If I was him, I'd have just played up to the yellow here, you know.
Half a chance here.
He doesn't, you know, amazingly. Yeah, he's got the pot, but I'll tell you what, if he's missed that, he definitely is frame over. And this is one of the issues, potentially, if you do open up all the reds and you don't clear up. Gives your opponents a brilliant chance.
11.
Unfortunately, with the position we got on the black, we had to play topspin. And sometimes you can't control where the cue ball's going.
Gently does it. 12.
So I'd argue that Kyron is the favourite for the frame.
Looking to play this softly.
Not taking any risks with that black, just playing it nice and soft.
Pace is critical here.
Playing the yellow, interestingly, there. Not too sure about that. Doesn't leave him anything easy on. Great shot, though. Great power.
What a beauty.
23.
Another good shot on the pink. So he's 27 behind with 35 on. He's played some of the lower value colours. He's played the yellow twice. That's why it's less secure than maybe it should have been. I'm guessing he'll play the black, though, here.
30.
Which he does.
37.
And you would say he'll do this now. You never know. But if I was a betting man, I'd be fairly confident on Wilson clearing up for the frame.
38.
So once the colours he goes, he's 11 points behind, 27 on.
47. 50.
Brown will bring him 2 behind. Blue puts him ahead.
54.
So he'll only need the pink. He looks pretty good on it.
59.
You have to say, an opportunity missed for us because Kyron has won the frame. You give these top 8 players a chance and they take it.
What
And I've
a
just
clearance.
remembered that
Amazing.
horrible comments from someone, not on my video, but on Reddit,
Frame.
saying the game's terrible, blah, 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 blah. The top 8, you know,
The bag.
nobody takes a chance, basically, and
Thank you.
the AI don't get any points. Well, there you go. I've given Kyron 1 chance there. Albeit the Reds are opened, I accept that. It's not the hardest opportunity in the world. But we gave him an opportunity, and he's cleared up. I don't see much broken about the game there. Not ideal, that,
Great shot.
admittedly.
That's a really good start.
Could have done with winning that first frame. Which puts us on the back foot, puts a bit more pressure on winning this second one. Because as we saw in the last episode, if you go 2-0 down,
He looks like he's trying
things
to
get a
the
bit
cue ball
tricky.
tight on the cushion here.
that was a decent shot. It was a good angle to go around the pack, to be fair.
That's an excellent safety.
Ooh. So the dreaded kiss of the jaw, the middle pocket. So that
He'll
is
be
going to give us a
disappointed with
chance.
that. This is a chance.
They might as well just hire me to commentate.
One.
Dave Enden just repeated what I've just said. Unbelievable. So, long blue. We like these.
Needs to
Let's
strike
play it with
this
some
well.
pace to get the position required. But we've played with the pace. We should be coming up to a position that's decent to pop this red along the cushion.
6.
This red is tempting, though, I have to say, to open things up. But I'm gonna resist temptation. It's no Lord's Prayer, I understand that, but
He's taking it on.
we should be able to take on the pink.
Position looked very
Just
good here. He's played that very well.
7.
Bear in mind the pink's not on its spot, is it? So I don't know where this is going to come out. I don't think it'll go on its spot. We are taking a bit of a risk here because if it does,
He's lining
we've
this one
got
up
nothing
with
to
the
pop.
pocket.
Because the pink will no doubt block the route to the red. But let's see where it goes. Is it going to go back on its spot? No, it doesn't. So we're absolutely fine. And the pink can act as the black here.
Nicely onto the pink.
14.
Can pot the black. Which I think we will do.
Well played.
What I
21.
didn't think of was that I don't think the pink goes now. I think the black should go fine.
It's left him a little awkward there.
22.
I think it might be worth a hit and hope shot here.
That's a shocker.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was very fortunate. Very, very fortunate because
Robertson, 20.
you can miss shots like that and the reds go everywhere. But fortunately for us, they haven't. Where's this red ball going? Where is the red ball going? Right over the pocket, ladies and gents. Surely that's it. Ooh, I don't know about the plant. However, if we can play with some swerve, I think you'd fancy us to pot this. See if we can get to it. It's tight, to tell you. I don't think we might not be able to get to this. This is tight. Whatever way you go about it. There we go. We got the... Oh, have we? Have we got an angle? Yes, is the answer. Bit hard. Doesn't matter, though. It's there. Great pot.
1.
And we are potentially back in here.
Well, he's taking it on to the left corner.
Needs to be a long pot on the red, but I just wanted to play the yellow to make sure of things. It was the easiest shot. And I'd argue probably the best position as well.
He's playing for the right corner here. Down it goes.
Simply wonderful.
4.
Lots of power on this shot.
That hasn't really worked out.
Well, the angle wasn't there, was it? The angle wasn't there at all. We've just gone all around the houses and avoided everything. Never ideal. Been a very much stop and start frame. However, we've took 32 points. Have we? 32? I think it's 32. And if we don't give Kyron a chance, I don't mind keep chipping away. This looks like it's got a good line. It's not quite going to be the snooker, I don't think. I don't know, but I don't think it quite will be. Oh, it is, you know. It is. This could be a chance. He's gone into the reds. He's played a good shot, though, there. He has. He's played a good shot. But we'll try and get a good safety in back, and we do. Oh, a bit hard, if anything, I think. He might just be able to see a red. If that had have pulled up,
I think he's playing safe here.
would have been very safe. But no, we're safe. It's not quite a snooker, but we'll take the safety. Ooh. Didn't think that would happen. I thought it'd just go straight back into the reds. This is the problem. When you only score in little dollops. Kyron can now, arguably, if he takes his chance, score in a big dollop. Got to get this pot, though. And he's missed it. Well, he's been fortunate there in some ways. He's not left too much. But this should be something we can pot. There we go. It's dropped. And it's not a very fluid frame, admittedly. But it doesn't matter how you win them. It's like football matches. Doesn't matter whether you win the match by a own goal, header. Even an incorrect VAR call. Man City. Not bitter at all. But yeah. Doesn't matter how you win. As long as you get to the winning line.
The cue ball drops, and that's a foul.
And that wasn't the ideal way to do things.
Neil Robertson, 6. Kyron Wilson.
And would you believe it?
1.
This time, Kyron pots the ball.
That's just magnificent.
Well, if he takes a second frame from here, there's only one person to blame, and that's us. You've got to start taking your chance at some point.
Is key.
And against these top 8 players and top 16 players, it usually means getting a chance and clearing up in one visit.
$11. 17.
But would you believe it? Just a safety from Kyron. Unless he's got the angle. Oh, that's unfortunate.
17.
I feel for him there. That is horrible. He very nearly played a very clever shot there. Just denied by the jaw. But we'll play with a bit of swerve. I
1.
don't mind that. And we're back at the table. And what can we do
An
here?
expert long potter, and he's taking this on.
We've got the pot. Oh, didn't really want to hit the brown.
That was a strange choice of shot there.
That wasn't in the plan. Couldn't play any backspin with the cue ball being on the cushion. But I guess we're just back to safety now. Interesting dynamic with only the blue, green and yellow left on their spots. Less cover in the bulk area. And now we've knocked the green off its spot to just the yellow and the pink,
Neil
sorry.
Robertson, 6.
Did I say the pink? I can't remember. Well, that's a cracking pot from Kyron. You know, he's getting the better of us here. I can't see him not taking this chance now. Has to be said.
6.
And this is a bit of a concern. If you can't convert, then you're never going to win. You can tell I'm a Liverpool fan, can't you?
7.
Oh, bloody hell. Recording this on the day it comes out as well, so
Lining this one up to the middle
I don't
pocket.
need to tell you what happened last night.
13.
4 years. 4 years gone, eh? Shocking. Back to the
14.
snooker, eh? Looks like we're going
This is a
2-0
challenging
down.
shot along the cushion.
21.
Oh, I thought he might have made a mistake
Well,
there,
an
which prevented him
excellent
getting on the yellow, but no, it's okay.
23.
And this very easily could be the other way around.
Great opportunity.
26.
Could be 2-0 to us. However, we've not taken our chances. You can say on the whole that Kyron has took his so far. And after 2, we're in exactly the same position as we were in the last match.
41.
Down by 2 frames. But there's still a long way to go. Still 2 frames till the mid-session interval. As I said, as long as we can take one of the next 2 frames, I'll be fairly comfortable. But if it ends at 4-0, we have got a big hill to climb to get to the semis.
He's looking pretty good at the moment.
But as you can hear in the tone of my voice, apart from when I'm talking about Liverpool, that is, I'm not really negative. I'm happy as it is. We just need to maybe take a bit more time.
Not an easy safety, this.
Obviously, it helps when you get the breaks. Not what you're thinking a snooker break, a lucky break. But that's a decent chance.
Playing this with plenty.
We like our long pots. And it's there. And we've potentially opened up a few reds. We need to see where they end so I can evaluate whether they are or not. Yeah, I'd say so.
1.
I'd say both of those are potable. Go for the one on this other cushion first. Not really in prime position to take the easier of the 2 reds.
6.
This one also gives us a chance to get that illustrious split with the black.
Tricky pot along the cushion here.
Not been able to play backspin though here, unfortunately. So
Not really the level of control he was after there. Lost the cue ball a little.
negative, negative, negative. Negative folds, eh? This one is awkward to get into the reds, has to be said. Oh, it's nowhere near. It's completely not where we want it to be, unless that one on the edge of the cluster will go. Which it will, you know. It will. That's a bit of fortune. Goodness me, it is.
He's attempting to sink this into the left corner pocket.
That was a bit of luck. Not so much in terms of position, though.
15.
Tell you, well. Can't really go back up to bulk because the red's there, so
That's
the
a
safer
fine
shot to
snooker.
play is to play up to the black.
Neil Robertson, 15.
And that is a poor shot from Kyron Wilson, you have to say. I said he
It's
took his
played
chances,
at
but
the right
that
pace.
the first big mistake he's made today. And inadvertently, you have to say, this is a real frame-winning chance now. In all 3 frames, we've got in first.
8.
But as of yet, as you can see from the scoreline, and hopefully that you've actually been watching the game and not snoozing.
9.
Admittedly, I must confess, I haven't... What's the right term for this? I haven't fallen to sleep watching the snooker because I'm bored, but there are a few occasions, I'll admit, that I have fallen to sleep watching a snooker match, probably because I'm tired. And without slamming the sport so much, it is one of those that, again, how did I say? I would call it not vibrant. I don't quite know how I would describe. But let's just say there are certain players that maybe play that don't necessarily play to the most exciting standard.
Loose shot.
I'll tell you what though, our positional play has been nothing short of awful today. We are making it really hard for ourselves to get any sort of chance. I think we can plod along the line in this
Neil
frame.
Robertson, 21.
But it's similar to the last one. We've got 30 odd points. But 30 odd points ain't going to win you a frame.
Shot pace will determine success or failure here.
Ooh, it's come off the jaw. And that hasn't led to a bad position. It's a very attractive position behind the yellow and brown.
That's an excellent
Haven't
shot.
quite got there, but it's a good safety. That one a bit more loose, but I feel like we have to take it. Maybe not.
This is building
I was
up
going to say I feel like we have to take a pot on
success.
here, but there's nothing that looks that great. So we need good safety here, and I think we've got it. We've got the cover on the reds that are potable with that brown and yellow barricade.
With that.
He needs a bit of help now, and he didn't want that kiss on the brown. And I've said this a few times today,
He's tempted by this
but this
red.
is our chance, and I think we need to take it. It's a long way back, even in the best of 9 from 3-0 down.
1.
Which puts the pressure on.
Well, no surprises here with the long pot attempt.
You would surely think this is the break, wouldn't you, to win a frame, but wouldn't put it past us to muck this up the form we've been in.
Well, you lost control of the cue ball.
Please don't say we've... Oh, flipping heck.
7.
Some days the game just does not go for you at all. And some days you play a pretty good safety shot.
Well, he's managed the snooker. Let's
How
see
on
what
earth
happens.
have we got the snooker with the balls where they are on the table? I have no idea, but do you know what? We'll take it. We're really not playing well, but if we can get across the line in this frame, hopefully that gives us a bit of confidence that we need to take it to Kyron Wilson and make a match of this.
1.
Because I do firmly believe with that, don't really know who come up with it, I suppose. It's not a saying, but it's definitely a fact in my opinion that you don't really get comfortable in any match until you've taken your first frame. And that's why in the opening frame I did open up the reds more than I maybe usually would. Give yourself a better chance, but as I said, if your opponent gets in, then you're giving them the chance. We're not nearly there though, there's only 5 reds left, so that would leave 67 on the table.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking
55
on the long pot here.
ahead with that blue. So
No
red
surprises
and a
there.
colour,
Long pots
and that
are his
should be
speciality.
our first frame on the board.
13.
But again, we've not made this easy for ourselves.
So,
Feel like a
just
revolving
as
door
good as
saying that. Have to go all around the houses here.
And that
And it's not
effectively
turned out
shuts
bad.
his opponent
That's
in
not a
the
bad
frame.
position from there. It's not great, but yeah, you know, it's not the
18.
worst position we've had today. But that should be the frame. We are 61 ahead with 59 on. As always, though, you
Just
do
wants
like
sink
to
this into
just
the
secure the frame by taking a few more than you need. But we've just missed the red. And he only needs one snooker, does Kyron. I'd be coming back to the table if I was him.
Neil Robertson, 18.
Well, he's taking it on.
He's potted the red,
1.
but he's done the
Robertson.
stupid... I mean, this is the only thing I will say about the AI in Snooker 19.
The risk here
Is
where does the
they
cue
go for these stupid shots. You know, that they need a snooker, so they sacrifice the colour, which gives away 7 points. So he now needs 2 snookers.
Frame conceded.
And he gives up the frame. I'm not going to complain about that.
And now the frame is his.
We get our first frame on the board. We needed that.
Thank you, the fourth frame.
Been a bit
Kyron
sloppy
Robertson
from
to
us.
break.
So far, it's fair to say. Not going to take that chance on. Just put it back into the pack like so. If we can come out of this 2 each,
That looks very
that would be a
safe.
very good performance given how we've been
Trying
a
to
bit
get the key
lacklustre.
safe here.
3-1 puts a bit of pressure on. Certainly the first frame in the next session. 2 each though, it's very much just all in the balance and it becomes an effective best of 5 then. That red's come out, I don't like the look of that. Yellow might just cover it though. I think we've gone a bit far. Just playing the safety on this. And he's missed it.
Foul and a miss. Neil
Force
Robertson,
him to
4.
retake that one.
And unsurprisingly, he's asked his opponent to play again.
He's missed it again.
Foul and a miss. Neil Robertson, 4.
He'll be playing this again.
I have to warn you, if you fail to hit a ball on this stroke, the frame will be awarded to your opponent. Foul. Neil Robertson, 4. And the frame, Neil Robertson.
That is the frame.
No
Sorry.
advantage at the moment. A very tight match.
Yes, no obvious advantage.
Well,
This is pretty close.
Thank you, the fifth frame.
I wasn't expecting to play 2 or 3 shots maximum in that frame, but we did. What did Kyron do there? That's unbelievable. And I'll tell you something, after that, we are back in the match at 2 each. It is a best of 5. We will just play the break off. This is happening more often, I have to say, with Snooker 19. With the 3 misses rule.
He won't be happy with that.
I'm going to come out of this now because we can see what happens next in the next episode. But yeah, the 3 misses rule has happened a little bit more often, which is a bit of a concern. Because that wouldn't happen in real life. But ho-hum, you know, we play to what the game says. And in real life in the game, of course, you'd ask your opponent to retake that. And by hook or by crook, I guess, we come out of this session at 2 each. Which isn't too bad at all. And in Monday's episode, definitely gives us a chance. It's a best of 5. We can go away. I might do a bit of practice over the next day or so. And then come back for the final session in this match. Hopefully rejuvenated. And see if we can go and get to the semi-finals. But if you enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like down below. Comment your thoughts as well. And subscribe for regular Snooker 19 content. Have a good weekend, folks. I've been TIJ Gaming. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye for now.